Hey there everyone, it's Thakard and welcome back to another guide video for Sunkenland, the Waterworld-based survival game. Today we are going to be talking about the interface in a very basic way. It's for new players to figure out what is going on the interface. So let's get to it. All right, first off, let's take a look at the top left-hand corner of the screen here. We are going to see three pieces of information. The first one is the current in-game day. The second one shows how much time you have been playing in your current session. So that is your active playtime. And the third number is the current in-game time. So this is the current time in the world. So if you're wondering about when is dawn, how much longer until night, take a look at that and you should be able to figure it out pretty easy. Up next, on the right hand side at the top, we have a couple other pieces of information. This is our current location. Currently, we are on the Castaway Island, and below that, it tells you who controls that location. So in this case, it's my island, so it's neutral. If we go to another location, it might be controlled by one of the different factions that you will have to deal with during the game. All right, next we're going to be talking about our personal stats. So if we take a look at the bottom left-hand side of the screen here, you will see several different bars. And this all has to do with our personal stats. The first bar you're going to see is a food stat. This is how much food we currently have. Obviously, we're getting a little bit hungry and need to eat something. Our second bar over here is our hydration bar. And as you can see here, we are very low in hydration. So low that the bar will begin to flash red, just to give you a warning that, hey, you need to drink something and you need to drink something quick. If for some reason you don't quite get that warning, there's also a text warning up here that says, hey, you're thirsty? Don't be a dummy, drink something. All right, below these guys, we have another bar, and this is our actual health bar. That's how much health we have. Right now, I currently have taken a little bit of damage, so I have a little bit less of my bar. Now to heal this, we can eat certain types of food. You can check their stats and see if it does some healing, as well as some medicinals. Up next, we have our energy. That is this one at the very bottom. And if you look, there are two different bars. There is a light blue bar and there is a dark blue bar. First, the dark blue bar. This is your total energy that you have. And I'm calling it also the sleep energy because when you sleep, that goes back to full. And it will slowly descend during the day as you just do more and more activities. Now, the top blue bar is your stamina energy. So if you are running around, if you are poking people with a spear, if you are paddling the boat really fast, you will lose stamina. Now, the highest your little blue bar, your stamina bar can be, is your current maximum level of the dark blue sleep energy bar. All right, up next, we will just talk about the toolbar at the bottom of the screen. This is just your standard toolbar you have in all types of games. It has 6 slots. You can drag an item onto one of these slots from your inventory, and then you hit the same number as the slot. So 1 is on the left, 6 is on the right, and you will pull out whatever item you have in one of those slots. If you hit the same number again, you will holster it or put it away so you can just go walking around without something in your hands. We are now looking at the inventory screen. To get to that screen, all you have to do is hit tab. It has several different things here. First and foremost is your backpack storage. To the right of that, we have your current equipped items. You can see I have some armor, some clothing, pair of swim fins, an air bottle. Below that, you will see my current armor value. You know, you're going to need to have armor to fight some of these baddies because they will have weapons that hurt a lot. So armor definitely helps. Make sure you have it. On the left-hand side of the screen, we will be seeing the simple crafting menu. The simple crafting menu are some of the items that you learned how to craft in the beginning. Some of these you will learn by researching. And these are all crafting items that you can do by hand. Next to the simple crafting menu here, we have 5 different buttons, and these just switch between the different crafting items that you can make. You have weapons, tools, clothing, components, and medicinals. Next, we have the build screen. You get to the build screen by hitting the B key. This is all of your major construction components. As you see here, these are all the things that we can build currently. And on the left-hand side here, we have a whole bunch of icons that switch through the different items we can make. The house icon gives us structure building. The second icon, that is this grill-looking thing, is just that. It's for food. The third icon is the production icon. That will have items like workbenches, the anvil, any of the things that you need to make more stuff later on. The fourth icon is a furniture icon that has all of your furniture that you are going to be making. The fifth is a fence that has fences and other defensive things such as that. The sixth one is the boat icon, and it allows you to make different sailing vessels or paddle vessels, anything that's a boat. And then the last icon, the light bulb, is all of your light objects. So fires, things of that nature to produce light so you can see in the dark. Up next is the mission screen. You can hit the U key to get to that. Currently there's not much here, but this is where you will have your story and things you need to do to proceed with the story. All right, up next we have the blueprints interface. Now this one, as far as I can tell, doesn't have a shortcut key. So if you just hit tab to go to your inventory, you can click on the blueprints button on the top there. And this one just has all of the different blueprints that you have already learned. You can see how many that you're missing. Next, we have the map interface. You can get to this by hitting the M key. And this is just your map of your explored area. On the top left, you will have 2 different numbers. These are your location data. Below there, you just have some instructional stuff. And then on each one of these, you will see all the different locations that you have found. If we zoom in with the mouse wheel, you can see, once again, just all the names of the places we've been, but below that, you will see a number. This is the amount of things that you have discovered on that location. So if you are wondering if you've gotten all the resources out of a certain area, you can take a look at that number and you will see whether or not you have found everything you can find. So it's like in the mansion down here, I have found 70% of the stuff that's there. Over in the mutant settlement on the right-hand side here, I have found 95%. So if you've gotten up to 100, there's no reason to stick around and keep looking for stuff. The last of our tabs here is the information screen for the factions. This one also does not have a shortcut key yet, so just hit tab and then click on the corresponding button for faction. And this will just show you how many islands that the different factions hold and the number of enemies that there are. All right, the last thing we'll talk about is just getting to your settings. If you hit the escape key, you will bring up 3 options. Hit the settings one and you will get to the settings screen here. General tab has things like sensitivity and input settings. You have key binds. These are all the keys that you can currently bind. There will be more added, I'm assuming, over time. Graphics tab has all the information to adjust your graphics. Currently, for some reason, it keeps resetting your graphics to low whenever you start the game, which is a little odd, but, you know, early access is early access. You have your audio settings. And lastly, you have your controller binds that you can take a look at. If this interface guide video was helpful to you, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. That lets the YouTube algorithm know that this might be helpful to another person that is looking for information on the interface. If you have a question that I did not answer, or if you have an idea of something you would like me to cover in a tutorial video in the future, please leave those down below in the comments. Thank you very much for watching the video, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful day. Get out there, get into the world, do some exploring, but remember to bring it no matter what you do.